All right, let's talk about something real, something that so many of you go through but often in silence. I'm talking about that frustrating, confusing brain fog that can show up with menopause. You know that feeling of just not being quite as sharp as you used to be? Well, if that's you, I want you to know you are so not alone. And the best part? There are absolutely ways to get your clarity back. So let's get right into it. Does this ring a bell? You walk into a room and poof, you have no idea what you came in for. Or you're right in the middle of a great story and your train of thought just completely derails. Maybe it's just a struggle to focus on a task that used to be second nature. These aren't just random oops moments. Nope, these are the classic telltale signs of menopause brain fog. So, first things first, let's just get one thing straight. What you are feeling is 100% real, and it is way more common than you probably think. Before we can start clearing that haze, we really need to understand why you feel foggy in the first place. I mean, just look at this number. If it feels like this is happening to everyone, it's because it kinda is. Studies show that up to 60% of women experience some pretty noticeable changes in their thinking during perimenopause and menopause. 60%. That's most women, not some small group. This isn't some personal failure, it's a shared biological experience. And how many times have we heard this just get brushed off as, oh, you're just getting older, you know? But that is just not the whole picture, not even close. The reality is, your brain is actively responding to one of the biggest hormonal shifts of your entire life. Getting that, I mean, really getting that, is the first step to taking back control. Okay? So we know it's common and we know it has to do with hormones, but what is actually going on inside your brain? What's causing all of this? Let's pull back the curtain and look at the science behind the fog. The main character in this whole story is a hormone you've definitely heard of, estrogen. Now, we usually connect estrogen to periods and babies, right? But its job is so much bigger than that. It is an absolute powerhouse for your brain. Think of it as a master regulator for your memory, your focus, and even your mood. Seriously, think of estrogen as your brain's best friend. It helps manage crucial brain chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. You know, the ones that keep you feeling good and motivated. Estrogen also directly supports key brain areas like the hippocampus, that's your memory hub, and the prefrontal cortex, which is like the CEO of your brain, handling focus and complex thought. So, what happens when your brain's best friend starts to, well, fade out? During menopause, your estrogen levels go on this wild roller coaster ride and then they drop off. And that ride has direct consequences. It's what leads to all those frustrating symptoms, having trouble concentrating, those little short term memory blips, and just feeling like your thinking has slowed down. Listen, I'm going to say this again because it's probably the most important thing to hear today. It is not you. It's not a sign that you're losing your edge or not trying hard enough. It is a direct physical result of your changing hormones, period. Just let that sink in for a second. Okay, we've talked about the what, we've talked about the why. Now let's get to the best part, the how. How do we fix it? We're shifting gears from the problem to the solution. This is all about your clear, actionable plan to get your sharpness back. And right off the bat, here is the absolute best news I can give you. This is not your new normal, it is not permanent. Menopause brain fog is reversible. You have the power to make changes that will directly improve your brain function and help you feel like you again. And we're going to break it all down into a super simple 3 step plan, something you can start thinking about today. We're going to look at smart supplements, some key lifestyle changes, and yes, even workouts for your brain. This is your roadmap back to clarity. First up, smart supplements. Now, there's no single magic pill, but there's solid science behind a few key nutrients. B vitamins, for example, are crucial for memory and energy. Omega 3 fatty acids help your brain cells talk to each other. And some studies show ginkgo biloba can help with memory and attention. But, and this is the most important part, you have to talk to your doctor first before starting anything new. That's non negotiable. Step two is all about lifestyle. And honestly, these are the real game changers. Getting regular exercise isn't just for your heart, It pumps blood and oxygen straight to your brain. Mindfulness or meditation can be huge for cutting down stress and improving focus. Of course, what you eat matters. Fueling your brain with healthy whole foods makes a difference. And sleep. Sleep is when your brain cleans house, literally flushing out toxins. Making 7 to 9 hours a priority is absolutely critical. And finally, step three, give your brain a workout. Just like any other muscle, your brain thrives on challenge. This can be fun stuff. Do puzzles, try to learn a new skill, an instrument, a language, or just make a point to have really interesting, stimulating conversations. All of this builds up your brain's resilience, its cognitive reserve, keeping you sharp as attack. Wow, okay, we have covered a lot of ground here. So let's just pause and bring it all together. Let's summarize the key takeaways, your path to clarity, all in a nutshell. When you boil it all down, it's pretty simple. On one side, you have the cause. It's those estrogen changes messing with your memory and focus. And remember, it's real, it's common, and it is not just aging. But then on the other side, you have the solution, and it's totally within your reach. It's that three-part plan combining smart supplements with those foundational lifestyle changes and active brain exercises. I want to leave you with this one final thought because it's a really powerful way to reframe this whole thing. You are not losing your mind, not at all. You are evolving. Your body and your brain are adapting to a new powerful phase of life. And armed with the right tools and a little understanding, you can navigate this evolution feeling sharp, focused, and totally, completely in control.